At Academy Sports and Outdoors, we believe the best holiday fun happens out there, on the driveway with a new basketball hoop, out back around the fire pit, or up in the deer stand. No matter your fun, we've got it. The right stuff at the right price. Academy, have fun out there.
This is a Bramble Jam podcast.
Welcome to Girls Gone Hallmark, a Hallmark review podcast. I'm Megan, and I'm a longtime Hallmark fan.
I'm Wendy. I'm a former Hallmark hater.
Today, we are joined by Jonathan Bennett, the busiest man on Hallmark. He recently starred in the Groomsmen trilogy. He's hosting Finding Mr. Christmas on Hallmark Plus. He hosted both Hallmark Christmas cruises. He'll star in Season Greetings from Cherry Lane. Welcome, Jonathan, and aren't you tired?
I am so tired. I'm not going to lie. I am exhausted. Don't worry about my luggage when I travel because I can use the bags under my eyes. That's what'll get me there. However, I'm exhausted, but 'tis the season. This is what we do. If Hallmark doesn't save Christmas, who's going to? So you know what? We have an obligation and a responsibility to save Christmas, and by golly, we're doing it.
You're carrying the entire network on your back, Jonathan Bennett.
No, God, no. Lacey Chabert and Tyler Hines are doing that. I'm merely the court jester. When they can't afford Lacey or Tyler, they just say, throw Jonathan in and make him do some jokes. And I just pop in, hello, and that's it, like the parrot in Aladdin.
We have 1 million things we want to talk about, but we do need to talk about the cruise.
Okay, go.
Both cruises. Yeah. You hosted both of them. We were on Sail 1,
yes,
and we got to see the frenetic pace that they kept you running at. And I'm just curious now that you're done with both. Like, did you notice a difference from Sail 1?
It was a much younger crowd, much drunker crowd on Sail 2.
Really?
Sail 2 was a lot rowdier. They were there to party, right? These people were on vacation. It seemed a little more rowdy, a little more kind of intense, but Sail 1 was still fun. But it was, I think there was a little different of age groups too. I think Sail 1 was skewed a little bit older, and Sail 2 skewed a little bit younger. Like Sail 2, we had for the Finding Mr. Shipmas event, we had 6 guys that were all of the age that could have been on Finding Mr. Christmas. So so it was just a much younger, kind of rowdier crowd.
Yeah, because that the young dudes were not a big demo on Sail 1.
No.
On the
we
ship,
had
it was
a kid that was
James.
James was the trade. He was the trade of the boat. If you don't know what trade is and you're listening to the podcast, look it up. It's a slang term for the hot guy that everyone wants.
Well,
he's the trade of the ship.
Since we're talking about James, did he enjoy the cruise as?
Oh my God. You know what? I think the most magical part of having my husband on the cruise was his release of his album, his Christmas album, Feels Like Christmas, and singing it on Sail 1. We sang it on Sail 2. There was just this moment because James is my husband, but let's be honest, if you ask any of the Hallmark stars, he's everyone's husband. He's everyone's set husband. He's the one taking all the social media photos and videos in the correct orientation, meaning vertical instead of horizontal. He's the one running around taking all their social media posts, taking pictures of them, lighting them up when they need light for their videos. He's just everyone's set husband. And so to have him get to premiere his brand new Christmas album, which is available now, it's streaming on Spotify, Apple Music, it's on Hallmark Radio, everywhere you can get music, look it up. It's James Vaughn, Vaughan. And don't forget, there's a Y in his name, Jaymes. James Vaughn, Feels Like Christmas. He's got 4 songs out that are just so good. And he got to sing them in front of the entire ship on stage with all the Hallmark stars surrounding him and loving him and giving him so much love. And it was just this really special, beautiful moment. Not just because it was just so special and beautiful for so many reasons. But I think what was even the most special for me is think about this. We're a gay couple hosting the Hallmark Channel Christmas experience, and we're being celebrated as every other couple is on the ship. And that's just such a huge deal for the community. It's a huge deal for Hallmark. It's just so special.
Yeah, that was an awesome moment. He was great. We were out there in the crowd.
Is he good?
Yeah, he's really
he's
good.
So sexy.
Really good.
I was laughing hysterically at your suspect video. We're going to link it in the show notes that you guys put out on Instagram yesterday, probably on TikTok too. But I was on the floor the way you guys just like very gently roasted each other. So
he goes, suspect has ran out of D-list celebrity shows to appear on.
It was.
I could be on Masked Singer, I think.
I think you 100% could.
I should.
We talk about the sale one. We freaking loved you as the host of the Festive Feud.
Aww.
That was so fun to watch. And we came away, we were like, he should be hosting like
big time game shows
on big time networks.
Or why don't we do a game show for Hallmark?
Yes.
I mean, why doesn't everyone start a petition and start it right now to host a game show for Hallmark?
Yeah.
Like I think we should be doing some sort of family game show that everyone can be involved in on the network. So if you have any ideas, send them to me in a DM.
Yeah, for sure.
Well, let's talk a little bit of a change in Hallmark programming. We get our first reality shows put out by Hallmark, launched by Finding Mr. Christmas, which, backstory here, when we were making our schedule for the holidays, it wasn't originally on our schedule. And 2 days before it drops, I was like, wait, this is a mistake. We need to do it. And then it comes out and she was like, I'm in. It's 100% in our, it's so good.
It's so good.
Oh, thank you so much. I'm glad you enjoy it.
We love reality TV and reality like competition shows. And this is just hitting like all of those little boxes. It's freaking amazing.
Like episode 5, the challenge was very Big Brother reminiscent, like the transferring of the hot cocoa.
Yeah.
It's so good. So how have you liked seeing the fan reaction to the show? Has that been surprising at all?
I mean, the fan reaction has been huge, but also the press reaction. Like every outlet that has covered it, you know, like we got to be the front page of the entertainment section of the LA Times. Like we had like a 2 full-page article in the LA Times about it, saying that saying so many great things. And the press are saying like it's the best new reality show to come out this year. And so like the fact that the press is saying like it's the best reality show to come out of all the reality shows that have come out, that's the biggest compliment and such a good, like, it was like that moment where I'm like, I know this is going to work. I know it's going to work. And then for us to shoot it and launch it and it worked the way I had in my head, how I thought it was going to work is so rewarding. Like, it slaps. And like, it just slaps. Like you watch it and you can't not root for the guys. You can't not fall in love with it because it's so funny you say Big Brother, like, I was on Celebrity Big Brother. I was voted off first. I did not make it very far. However, the one challenge I did have was one of the challenges I did was with Ryan Lochte, where we had to swing in between 2 things in the air and like fill up water in one cup and pass it to his cup, and then he had to dump it in the like container, all while swinging through the air. So it was like, obviously we don't have the budget to swing people through the air, but those are the types of challenges that I love watching when I watch reality television. So there is a lot of Big Brother influence. There is a lot of like Amazing Race, Survivor. There is a lot of those like influences in the show because that's the world that I love and I come from. And I was like, it's not rocket science. Like every show's the same. Like America's Next Top Model is RuPaul's Drag Race. RuPaul's Drag Race is Finding Mr. Christmas. They're all the same. Yeah. They're just different. Like they're the same but different. So it's not like you have to reinvent the wheel. We just took the biggest shows on reality television that work, combined them, and added Christmas. And so when you do that, it's the recipe's there, you know?
It's so good. We know that you're supposed to be objective as the host, but without saying whom, did you have any early favorites on set?
Yeah, I mean, I don't know who's caught up, and I'm not going to do spoilers in case you've never watched it. By the way, 6 episodes are streaming right now. 5 or 6 are out right now, depending on when this launches. Like, if you want to binge it, if you're a binger, and like, I like to binge my reality. Like, I can't wait till the next episode because I get too antsy. Other than RuPaul's Drag Race, like when I want to watch my show, I want to watch my show. So a lot of friends are like binging them right now. It's like there's 6 episodes out. They can sit down and watch 6, and by the time they get to the 6th one, the 7th and 8th will drop. I had a lot of the winner of Finding Mr. Christmas is not who I expected to win at the beginning. And I think that's what's so fun about the show. Like I had expectations and kind of like my gut of who I thought was going to win. And that person has been eliminated. And so, but that's the fun of reality television is that like people are there to watch the Kelly Clarkson syndrome of it all. They're there to watch the people rise and fall and redeem themselves. And that's what people come to reality to watch. And we have so much of that on Finding Mr. Christmas. Like, I mean, I was a huge fan of Isaac when we were casting. I was like, ooh, I think Isaac's going to go far. I was a huge fan of Parker when we were casting. I think Parker's going to go far. Like, there's so many people that I think it's like, are they still amazing people? Yes. Are they still great actors? And are they beautiful and great entertainers? Yes. But in the competition, it's a reality competition. Challenge. If you can't do the challenge, it doesn't make you a bad actor or doesn't mean you're not going to be successful. It's just you weren't good at reality competition that day, you know? And so I think there's something to be said about that. But I just love all of them. I think they're all so wonderful, and they all are best friends with each other. We're all in a group chat still. Everyone group chats and talks every 5 minutes. Every day there's different chats going on. Like, they walked in as 10 competitors, but in Hallmark reality style, they left one family, right? That's the big difference with this show. Like, they're competing, but they're not going for each other's jugular. And I think what they do so well on the show, which is what we do as Hallmark actors in real life, is we root for each other. Yeah. We try to make each other better and help each other succeed at every turn. You know, like, I'm posting like perfect example, Three Wise Men and a Baby, little movie, no one saw it, but no one's ever heard of it. But there's these 3 actors that no one's ever heard of: Tyler Hines, Andrew Walker, Paul Campbell. They are in this movie, Three Wise Men and a Baby, and when The Groomsmen came out, they are literally posting like, watch The Groomsmen, you know, watch Tyler and Jonathan and BJ and The Groomsmen. When Three Wise Men and a Baby and a Little Boy, or whatever it's called now, Three Wiser Men and a Little Boy, came out, we're all posting, watch Three Wise Men, you know what I mean? Because we're all best friends. And like, we want each other to do well. And I think that's the big key to why Finding Mr. Christmas is so successful, not only as like a social experiment, but as a television show, is that I don't shine if you don't shine. That's the mentality these boys had that I instilled in them from day one. And so to watch them help each other shine, and when you help each other shine, you end up doing better yourself. And I think that's the big takeaway from the show.
Yeah, I think that really comes through. I mean, we won't share spoilers, but we are recapping the entire show. So if you want to know our thoughts, you can listen to those episodes. But there was a little bit of a cliffhanger where the guys had to kind of decide like a group, you know, what's better for the group and what's better for me situation. And, you know, they all kind of talked about like, well, I am here to win, but in this case, like, what matters, this also matters. And like, it was very emotional. This show I laugh out loud, but I have cried more than once watching this show.
Let me tell you, we were a puddle of tears. That entire set. I remember BJ Britt, who was one of our groomsmen, who was one of the guest judges. He's just the most nice human being in the world. And he was bawling. Like, when I said, and Tyler Hines, this is a big Tyler moment. Like, when we're eliminating them as judges, and we're standing up there, and I talked to the judges, I talked to Tyler and I talked to BJ, and I go, we have to make a decision on who we're sending home. And both of them are like, I can't do this, bro. Like, there's no way I can do this. I'm like, I know it's unfortunate, but we have to make a decision. And they're like, you mean you just send one of these guys home every week? And I was like, yeah. And they're like, no. And BJ started crying. He's like, I can't do it. BJ was in bawling tears on set, on the elimination stage, couldn't do it. Finally, we got him to help make a decision. Tyler was like, I can never do this. This is too hard. Like, I could never. And it's just because you see these guys that like their whole dream is to be a successful actor. And like, I know what it's like to be there. Tyler knows what it's like to be there. BJ know what it's like to be there. Like, we've all been in their shoes.
Yeah.
So like, to eliminate someone, we're like, oh crap. Like, we have to do this. It's horrible, but like, it is a game show, and that's, you know, they came on knowing that's how the cookie crumbles. So it's really emotional, and we were always crying every episode for all of us judges.
That's such great perspective, because I think one of the best things about the show, like, I love the guys, but I also love like seeing our favorite Hallmark stars outside of their acting element, and they get to be themselves. I think that's what Hallmark Plus is doing really well. But it's such an interesting perspective to think like Tyler and BJ have been on the like side of rejection. Like, they know what that feels like. So to put them in the position where they're responsible for it, it brings out their humanity so much.
It's a lot of emotions, and we cry every episode.
Can I tell you, I absolutely love Melissa Peterman so much.
Isn't she wonderful?
And the two of you together are so funny and dynamic. I just absolutely love it.
Do you?
She's so insane. When they were like, "Who are we going to get for your lead judge?" Like, I'm the host of the show. We need that like right hand judge that's there every episode. And without question, my first person, I was like, Melissa Peterman. Has to be Melissa Peterman. And it's because she can say anything to anybody and it doesn't feel creepy. Like, you know, like these, like she can say to the guys, like, wow, he takes his shirt off and I'm, oh, it's getting hot in here. I need to go lie down. Like she can say that and it just, you can tell it's said from such a place of love and like fun and, you know, silliness. And so it's okay. And that's what I needed in that show.
In the last episode, she was like, I just like to watch them run. Just made me laugh. Do you, obviously we know you can't say anything, but are you looking forward to a second season? Would you love to do this again?
Yeah, we're ready to do season 2. We're waiting for a green light. Hopefully it'll happen very soon. Hallmark is in the middle of that process, which I feel good about, I hope. I think this will be a staple of Hallmark Plus. I think this will be a new thing on the network that happens for the next 10 years. The more seasons we do, the more people are going to fall in love and find the show. And, you know, it's really, if you're not watching Finding Mr. Christmas, if you're just a person that watches linear Hallmark, which is, we love you, that's totally amazing. Now is a great time to download Hallmark Plus because you get that free week trial.
Yeah.
So, hey, look, I get it. There's a lot of things going on in the world and some people don't have the cash to, like, you know, add another streamer. Hey, guess what? You can buy it for a month and cancel it to see if you like it. And you can also buy it for a week and get a free trial. Like you get the first week free. So if you want to check out the stuff and you don't want to make a decision yet, go check it out for a week. There's a free trial for the first week. And then if you don't like it, cancel it, you know, but if you like it, stick around. And so I think the more people that find this show and find all the like nuggets that are on Hallmark Plus that you can't get anywhere else, I think the more the streamer is going to blossom.
I mean, hot tip, we talk about this all the time, but with a library card, you can actually get free access to Hallmark Plus through an app called Hoopla.
I'm sorry, what?
With a library card through an app called Hoopla Digital, you can get free Hallmark Plus. We talk about it all the time. We're shouting it from the rooftops.
Oh my gosh.
Yes. We'll put it in our show notes, but we're talking about it on Instagram. It's on our website. If you have a library card, y'all, you can get Hallmark. And it's free for 7 days, but you can do it repeatedly. So you can get free access all the time. It's like borrowing a book, but you get your...
I'm writing this down.
Yep. Hoopla Digital. I can send you the link.
Hoopla Digital.
Yeah. So if you've already burned your free 1 week access, and then you can kind of do that and then watch everything for a week and then wait a few weeks and let it build up and do it again and catch up. We get it. Like it's death by 1,000 streamers right now, but I do think Hallmark Plus has made itself for us. I mean, we have it because it's our job, but I think it's worth the $7, man.
Yeah, there's some good content, and we didn't even really talk about it, but the Groomsmen trilogy was excellent. So loved it so very much.
We are hoping to do 4, 5, and 6. That's our goal. We're waiting for the green light on that too. Like we want to keep the story going. That's my goal.
Oh, that'd be amazing. Yes. Yeah, you and Zach. I have a question.
I mean,
about
come
that
on,
movie.
the chemistry.
Your movie was my favorite, and I'm not just saying that because we were talking to you. I would say that.
I agree.
Tyler and BJ too, although I love their movies. But there's a scene in the final movie where there's a child sitting next to Zach. Is that like a Easter egg, or is that just extra casting?
Wait, in what movie?
In the third movie,
in
Final Look.
Yeah.
Last Dance.
Last Dance.
Gosh, I'm so sorry.
No, I don't know the names of them either. I was like, why can't we just call them 1, 2, and 3? And they're like, we need names. So it's like, fine.
At Betty's wedding, it's in the wedding scene, like in the church. Yep. There's like a young child who's like, I don't know, 5 or 6 sitting next to Zach. And I was like,
what? That would be crazy. That would be nuts if we had a kid. We would never do that. Come on, that'd be wacky.
Hey, let's take a quick break for some ads and we'll come right back.
Uncover one of history's greatest mysteries in Indiana Jones and the Great Circle, a first-person single-player adventure video game set between the events of Raiders of the Lost Ark and The Last Crusade. The year is 1937. Sinister forces are scouring the globe for the secret to an ancient power connected to the Great Circle, and only one person can stop them: Indiana Jones. Adventure Calls. Indiana Jones and the Great Circle releases on December 9th on Xbox Series X and S, Game Pass, and PC. Pre-order Indiana Jones and the Great Circle now. Rated T for teen. Copyright and trademark 2024 Lucasfilm Limited. All rights reserved.
Looking for toys that'll get the biggest reactions?
Yes, please.
Walmart has jaw-dropping toys like For Real Daisy Yoga Goat,
Awesome.
Razor Crazy Cart Shuffle,
Whoa!
Hot Wheels, Bluey 3-in-1 Airplane Playset, and more. Aren't you gonna say cool?
I'm saving it for the holidays.
Smart. Welcome to your Walmart.
Wendy is constantly saying, like, for the Finding Mr. Christmas, like, there's so many iterations, like Finding Mr. Christmas, Finding Mr. Golden Christmas, Finding Junior Christmas.
Junior Christmas.
We need to workshop the names.
Mrs. Christmas.
But yeah, there's so many, like, different, obviously, like, it works for the dudes because we can kind of, like, safely objectify them a little bit. I think we can say, like, there's a lot of, like, you know, shirt ripping off.
I think we will definitely be leaning into Mr. Christmases more than we will ever be leaning into Mrs. Christmases.
Yeah, we did like a silly like crown the king of Christmas on Instagram last year, and everyone was like, crown the queen of Christmas. I'm like, you know what? It's just harder to objectify the women and get away with it. I don't know what to tell you. Like everyone's on board with like pitting, you know.
These guys are so excited to take their shirts off. Like we had to actually say to them, we need you to keep your shirts on during this scene. They're like, are you sure, bro? Because they work really hard on their bodies. Like they're all models and they work really hard on their bodies and they want to show off their hard work. So it's definitely, there are moments where we're like, hey guys, let's just put a shirt on for this challenge. And they're like, oh man, okay, fine.
This is a nipples-free challenge.
Yeah. And so it was definitely, my goal is to do, you know, when we get into season 3 or 4 of Finding Mr. Christmas, maybe we start doing a Finding Mr. Romance and we do the summer version of the show. Nice. So what's the counter programming to Finding Mr. Christmas? What's the big event? Well, you got to go to a tropical island and have guys surf, don't you?
I mean, all the tropes are there.
Idea machine,
Yeah.
Jonathan Bennett, come on.
That's why they pay you the big bucks.
I wish.
Speaking of, jumping to your next project, you will be in seasons readings from Cherry Lane. That's another trilogy that I have to see the names written out in front of me to remember what they are.
And that is on Hallmark Plus.
Yes. Your movie drops December 5th.
5th.
We don't have a ton of information about these. I mean, we have a synopsis, but like, there's not a lot out yet. I kind of, in my mind, I'm like, they're going to let Holiday Touchdown come out and then push some more promo because that's where our focus is.
Have you heard anything about Holiday Touchdown? I haven't seen any press for it or any marketing.
Absolutely. No
Nothing.
idea.
It's a shame that Hallmark isn't promoting it, you know?
I know. It's too bad Tyler's just sitting at home doing nothing.
Yeah, nothing. No shows, no Today Show, nothing. Obviously, we're kidding to all the people listening that are sensitive. Guys, we're joking. It's my boy Tyler. We're teasing him. But I think seasons on Cherry Lane Greetings, whatever they call them, seasons Greetings on Cherry Lane. Yeah, it's basically they're expanding the Cherry Lane universe. So they took all the storylines from the first Cherry Lane, which was Cherry Lane 1, 2, and 3. Or Cherry Lane, the first movie had 3 storylines. 1, 2, 3 storylines. Each of those storylines has now been broken off and has their own movie with 2 other story lanes. So now it goes from a universe of 3 storylines to a universe of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 storylines. So now there's a 9 storyline universe all happening in this house. It's wild.
Do you guys cross over into the other movies at all, or are you like strictly in your? Yeah.
No, we're only in our own movies.
I mean,
because we're only in the only time period. But there are some people that cross over, but those aren't going to be like your Hallmark stars. Those are going to be more of the day player actors.
Yeah.
Because they can't. They like have to use, I think, the local people in Canada because they have to weave them in and out of all these storylines. So otherwise, you'd have to keep someone up there for like 10 weeks.
Yeah.
Which is too hard.
I mean, that's a really ambitious project because Christmas on Cherry Lane was a 2023 movie, and then to have a 3-movie trilogy the next year.
I know. And it's Candace. Let me tell you who it is. It's Samantha DePippo. It's Candace, the executive on it. Her name's Candace. She's freaking phenomenal. And, you know, Jen Kramer. It's the Christmas gurus. They figured a way to do it. And here's the fun part. Rick Garman writer of
The Groomsman.
Christmas on Cherry Lane, Season Greetings, and The Groomsman. He's so good. And so that's why I think all these are doing so well, because he's so fantastic.
Yeah, I remember that moment, that collective moment we had. We're like, what is happening here? Watching that first movie, I'm like, it's the house. Look at the number.
Yeah, that was a
Such
really
a-
fun twist.
Yeah, I heard an interview with you on Jeff Lewis Live about talking about the gay
My
king of
hair.
Christmas.
I got my hair done. Go on. Can you say that again?
Well, do you want to talk about your hair?
No, we don't have to talk about it. We did talk about it. It's perfect.
My point is, talking about the gay king of Christmas, you made a comment like, you're hoping to open all these doors so other people can walk through them.
Right.
This holiday season, all of the LGBTQ representation is happening on Hallmark Plus. It's happening in The Groomsmen. It's happening on Cherry Lane. It's happening even in Finding Mr. Christmas.
And holidays.
And holidays, which is amazing too.
So what we have found in why Hallmark does such a great job of telling queer stories is because we approach the story from the humanitarian, from the human element. What is the human element in each of these queer stories? We focus on the human element. And then I always say, Mike, the characters I play on Hallmark Channel aren't gay. They're gay.
Yes.
Meaning they are a husband, they are a son, they are a chef, they are a baseball player, they are a best friend, they're a groomsman, they're a successful architect, and they're gay. Mm-hmm. And so I think that's the big difference, right? We lead the humanity of the character, and that's what we focus on. And the fact that they happen to be queer is just part of it just is part of the story. And when you do that, it lets the audience connect to what the character is going through. And by connecting to the character, you end up liking the movie. By liking the movie, you like the story of these people. By liking the story, maybe it's a person that doesn't know a queer person or doesn't have a lot of queer friends that they know of in their life. Now, all of a sudden, I've been let in on this storyline of queer people, and I really liked it, and I really felt for these characters, and I felt for them. Now, maybe if I was a person that might have had a certain feeling either way about the LGBTQ plus community, now my heart and mind might have been changed even just the slightest. Now I might sit back and go, whoa, what was that? So I think that's the goal and of what I wanted to do. And I think Hallmark's doing a great job. We gotta praise Hallmark. Come on. There are people that are putting their money where their mouth is. Mm-hmm. They are not just saying, oh, we're doing this. There was a huge movement in diversity in casting and television in the past 5 years. With everything going on in the world, there's a huge movement. And every time Hallmark does it, it doesn't feel like we're just ticking a box. It feels like we're telling an authentic story because it's an authentic story that needs to be told. And so they're actually doing the work, making sure the representation is being seen in all aspects, from reality to series to movies. They're doing it all.
And we're just going to be over here on Girls Gone Hallmark screaming, put it on linear.
I think Finding Mr. Christmas aired on linear 2 episodes. Mm-hmm. And I think hopefully there might be a way where they can all air on linear one day, or maybe next year we air them on both. I don't know. That's above my pay grade. I don't get paid to make those decisions. I just know how to make people laugh.
Yeah, and you're great. You were slated to be at Christmas Con and had to cancel due to a filming conflict. Do you have some fun things coming up that you...
Yeah, I'm going to the Europe area to shoot a Christmas movie.
Amazing. The Europe area.
Yeah. The Europe area. Okay.
Yeah, I'm going to the Europe area.
To shoot a Christmas movie for next year. So. Okay. But that's exciting.
That's very cool. I love a winter shot Christmas movie.
Yeah, real.
We have to do it when because of what the movie is, it's got to happen at a certain time. So we have to go at that time.
Oh, do we have holiday markets, perhaps? I don't know.
What? That'd be crazy. No.
Very exciting.
You've been in a holiday market movie. All right.
Oh, yeah, it was.
Briefly.
Look at my nails are alphaba. I went and saw Wicked last night.
Oh, did you love it?
Did you sing along?
I saw your...
Do you see they taped my mouth shut?
Have to sit on your hands. Yeah. Okay, so... You're doing 1 million things. Is there anything else that's coming up for you that you want to tell us about before we let you take it out?
No, I think we've covered it all. This has been so wonderful. Thank you guys so much for taking the time to promote these movies. And, like a lot of people on the Hallmark cruises ask us, they say, how can we support you? How can we help? Thank you guys so much for everything you do to make these movies. We're such huge fans. We appreciate them so much. And we appreciate the people that watch them so much. So I guess the big thing is for actors, whether it's my movies, my projects, anyone's projects, like, if you really love them and they mean something to you and you feel a certain way when you watch them and you want to express your gratitude to that, the best thank you to any actor is to watch their stuff.
And tell
Like,
people
that's
about
all you
it.
got to do. Like, how do we say thanks? Just watch it again.
Yeah.
Like, that is what it's there for, and that's what we love.
Well, you are super active on social media. Tell people where they can best find you and keep up with you.
Jonathan D. Bennett on Instagram, and Jonathan Bennett on TikTok. And that's all I have. Or I think I have a Facebook account too, but someone else does that. So Instagram and TikTok is where you'll find me.
Are you by any chance? So thank
you so much.
so much for being here.
Oh, thank you. It was amazing.
I appreciate. We will leave links to everything we discussed in the show notes. And watch Finding Mr. Christmas on Thursdays on Hallmark Plus, everybody. Thank you for listening to Girls Gone Hallmark, a Bramble Jam podcast. If you love this podcast, we love your 5-star ratings and reviews. You can leave them in the Apple Podcast app. We'll see you next time. Bye.
Bye.
All right, friends, before we go, just a quick heads up. You're about to hear some ads. These little gems help us keep the show running and the Hallmark love flowing. So do with that info what you will. Grab a snack, hit the skip button, or maybe, just maybe, listen in and discover your new favorite product. Bye.
Uncover one of history's greatest mysteries in Indiana Jones and the Great Circle, a first-person single-player adventure video game set between the events of Raiders of the Lost Ark and The Last Crusade. The year is 1937. Sinister forces are scouring the globe for the secret to an ancient power connected to the Great Circle, and only one person can stop them: Indiana Jones. Adventure calls. Indiana Jones and the Great Circle releases on December 9th on Xbox Series X and S, Game Pass, and PC. Pre-order Indiana Jones and the Great Circle now. Rated T for Teen. Copyright and trademark 2024 Lucasfilm Limited. All rights reserved.
After the end of a good fight, you deserve an ice-cold reward. Modelo, you put in the hours, the energy, the tough labor, because you know the bigger the fight, the better the reward. Modelo, the mark of a fighter. Drink responsibly. Beer imported by Crown Imports, Chicago, Illinois.
Uncover one of history's greatest mysteries in Indiana Jones and the Great Circle, a first-person single-player adventure video game set between the events of Raiders of the Lost Ark and The Last Crusade. The year is 1937. Sinister forces are scouring the globe for the secret to an ancient power connected to the Great Circle, and only one person can stop them: Indiana Jones. Adventure calls. Indiana Jones and the Great Circle releases on December 9th on Xbox Series X and S, Game Pass, and PC. Pre-order Indiana Jones and the Great Circle now. Rated T for Teen. Copyright and trademark 2024 Lucasfilm Limited. All rights reserved.
If your day sounds like
we need the report ASAP,
you deserve Modelo. If you've persevered through
2 more reps, 2 more,
you deserve this ice-cold reward. Modelo, the mark of a fighter. Drink responsibly. Beer imported by Crown Imports, Chicago, Illinois.
Uncover one of history's greatest mysteries in Indiana Jones and the Great Circle, a first-person single-player adventure video game set between the events of Raiders of the Lost Ark and The Last Crusade. The year is 1937. Sinister forces are scouring the globe for the secret to an ancient power connected to the Great Circle, and only one person can stop them: Indiana Jones. Adventure calls. Indiana Jones and the Great Circle releases on December 9th on Xbox Series X and S, Game Pass, and PC. Pre-order Indiana Jones and the Great Circle now. Rated T for Teen. Copyright and trademark 2024 Lucasfilm Limited. All rights reserved.
After the end of a good fight, you deserve an ice-cold reward. Modelo, you put in the hours, the energy, the tough labor, because you know the bigger the fight, the better the reward. Modelo, the mark of a fighter. Drink responsibly. Beer imported by Crown Imports, Chicago, Illinois.
Uncover one of history's greatest mysteries in Indiana Jones and the Great Circle, a first-person single-player adventure video game set between the events of Raiders of the Lost Ark and The Last Crusade. The year is 1937. Sinister forces are scouring the globe for the secret to an ancient power connected to the Great Circle, and only one person can stop them: Indiana Jones. Adventure calls. Indiana Jones and the Great Circle releases on December 9th on Xbox Series X and S, Game Pass, and PC. Pre-order Indiana Jones and the Great Circle now. Rated T for Teen. Copyright and trademark 2024 Lucasfilm Limited. All rights reserved.
If your day sounds like
we need the report ASAP,
you deserve Modelo. If you've persevered through, you deserve this rich golden lager with a crisp but refreshing taste. Or if you overcame,
2 more reps, 2 more.
You deserve this ice-cold reward. Modelo, the mark of a fighter. Drink responsibly. Beer imported by Crown Imports, Chicago, Illinois.
Norwegian Cruise Line's Black Friday sale is here. Get ready to lock in the year's best deal with 50% off all cruises, NCL's all-new More at Sea package, and $250 free with Cruise First. You'll enjoy unlimited open bar, specialty dining, and more. Visit ncl.com, call your travel advisor, or 1-888-NCL-CRUISE. Offer ends soon. Norwegian Cruise Line ships registry the Bahamas and USA. Restrictions apply.
At Wellstar, we believe in more. More doctors who are highly experienced and highly rated by people like you. More teams of caregivers who are world-renowned and designed around your unique needs. And more expert care and unwavering compassion across many specialties. Because we believe in the power of expertise and empathy. Wellstar, it's more than healthcare. It's people care.
Target Black Friday deals are here. And with up to 50% off gifts, you can make so many wishes come true. There's up to 50% off tech, video games, toys, and board games for gifts filled with wonder. Plus up to 50% off small appliances, floor care, holiday trees, and so much more. You'll even save on all the essentials to get your house ready for the magic of the season. And there's free shipping when you spend $35. Save more on gifts with Black Friday deals. Happier holidays from Target. Restrictions apply.
After the end of a good fight, you deserve an ice-cold reward. Modelo, you put in the hours, the energy, the tough labor, because you know the bigger the fight, the better the reward. Modelo, the mark of a fighter. Drink responsibly. Beer imported by Crown Imports, Chicago, Illinois.
When you share your food, you share your heart. So what's on your table this holiday season? Save on your festive feast at Kroger with delicious deals on all the holiday classics. Or wow the crowd with something new, like a quinoa stuffed butternut squash. It's sure to add a pop of color to your spread. How about a sweet potato casserole with a crunchy oat streusel topping, made with care for the sweet tooth and the savory tooth? With Kroger, fill your table with love and watch as your guests' hearts get as full as their bellies. Kroger, fresh for everyone.